Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? My name is Nicholas, and I'm just an artist and hobbyist, and do a lot of different things and make a lot of toys and such, and just do what I do to have fun and make things up as I go along. And so one of the things, so I've been playing around with a lot of toys and concepts and science and stuff. So I'm kind of on the radar, and just kind of making things up as I go, and I don't understand. Sometimes I kind of push things a little bit too far, and I don't know. There are a lot of control freaks out there that I'm making mad, or if you're not doing anything right, if you're not making anybody mad, if you're not making anybody mad, you're doing it wrong. So got a lot of Karens out there that don't like what I do, don't like my art and whatever, and I don't care. So I just so today's subject is about Nicoyle's Ninja Knuckles, and I've been sharing videos of my Nicoyle's Ninja Knuckles on the internet. Basically, it's a pocket knife that fits on your wrist like so, and I don't know. I'm also thinking about calling it the Raptor Claw. Raptor Claw. Raptors. Uh, so it's sharp metal objects, ancient, been around for a very long time, and so I think that this is pretty cool because it does have it can be used as a tool. If you have a box cutting uh, job, shipping, mailing, post office, you're cutting open packages or uh, boxing and taping it, certain types of fabrication techniques or whatever, and you need to use a knife often, having a wrist knife is a very effective tool. I don't know how effective it would be for as like a cook or anything. Maybe maybe a cook could probably do something with that. I'm not sure. And a very effective self defense device having your knife on your wrist. So, I went out and about, went to the bar. Nobody was there. There was like two other people in the bar, and um, you know, unless you're following me on social media or something, or looking at my art online, I don't think anybody knows what that is. So, the cops show up, and I'm like, "What's going on here? There's no probable cause. Everything's normal to me." And before I could take off so this thing falls off very fast. I was trying to disarm myself. I was trying to take it off fast, and before I could even take it off, they shot me with a taser, and so that's the typical skinwalker logic. Is the you know uh, man pointing a gun at you tells you you're not allowed to have a gun. So it's pretty creepy, and so yeah, so it's a new concept. I don't know what people think about it. There are a lot of Karens out there that see something like that and they're like, I need to call cops or whatever because somebody has a pocket knife or something. Don't do that. Ask the person. That's kind of creepy, making me feel uncomfortable. Please take that off or something. There's no reason to uh, get upset about pocket knives. Go to the steak house and you get steak knives for cutting. Steak knives are everyday items and they're everywhere and in restaurants and so forth. And so, yeah, it'd probably be common courtesy to not wear this in public it could make people feel uncomfortable. I understand that. So, but be sure to ask if you see anybody wearing something like that. Ask them. Reasonable people will say yes, you're right, and take it off. It takes you can remove the knife very fast. So I know a lot of people aren't really into. I've always been a knife carrier. I love. My pocket just feels empty without a pocket knife in my pocket. I like to feel that, know that my keys are there. So that's basically what I use my pocket knives for my entire life is a keychain. And so you don't even need the keychain. You can just snap it on the inside of your uh, shirt collar there, and you got yourself a necklace pocket knife. So you can also wear it as a necklace, pretty much just like that. And so if you're out and about shopping or the bar or the restaurant, be sure to take this off and use it for a keychain or something. I think that's common courtesy. It is a little bit creepy wearing this around public. So, and if people ask you to put it in your pocket, uh, be sure to put it in your pocket. And so, so yeah, I mean, that was kind of, I didn't really think about that sort of thing. Nothing happened. It should uh, be dismissed. And I don't think I have anything to worry about because there's no way to regulate this. There's no way to control it. There's no laws on folding pocket knives as far as I know. I think that they're pretty much legal everywhere around the world. You go anywhere with a folding pocket knife, and basically all you need to do is put a rope with a loop, tie a rope with a loop onto your pocket knife and snap the clip. It's got a clip on it, snap it on, and it's a very effective self-defense weapon tool if you're construction and so forth. And I've been wearing it a lot. I haven't had any accidents. I don't think I've ever had any accidents with a pocket knife. When I was young, I think I might have had a few accidents with a pocket knife. But other than that, I've never hurt myself with one of these things. Even wearing it for a wrist, it's pointed out away from your body. So, and when it is a new pocket knife, a little bit sticky. When it is on your wrist, it really can't poke yourself with it. If you're like running around and the pocket knife is sticking out, yeah, that would probably be a bad idea. If you're out and about and you're, might trip or something, but generally your wrist, carrying it up with the blade out on your wrist like that, the blade is pointing away from your body. So I think it's totally legitimate self-defense weapon and tool. If you're in the boxing, shipping business, having a blade on your wrist, and it can be custom fitted so it's a nice tight fit, and you would be able to attract and retract a blade very fast for doing ninja chops on cardboard boxes and stuff, and so yeah, there's no way to regulate it. Pocket knives are not illegal. I don't think there's any way to control it. You don't need to do these the coil chain link on it. You could use a rope, you could use a string, you could use rubber bands, and basically have a blade attached to your wrist. folding pocket knife. And so, kind of a big loophole, and the fact that, this pisses off a lot of the control freaks because that is also technically a brass knuckle knife. That is technically a brass knuckle knife. And I'm sure that pisses off a lot of the control freaks because there's no way to control it. There's no way to regulate it. You go buy these folding pocket knives anywhere. And so I think a common law throughout, I think even here in America, I'm not sure in some states, depends on where you go, brass knuckle pocket knives are illegal. So, that's a big loophole in the knife regulation control control freak thing that people they don't like people having pocket knives and stuff, and there's no way to control that. There's no way to regulate it. Having a very effective brass knuckle pocket knife that is I think that's legit. So that's going to piss off a lot of the knife controllers because, pretty much just a string tied to a pocket knife and you got yourself some brass knuckles knife. Carry it like that. Wear it on your wrist and so forth. It's just a toy at first, and then, it winds up being a pretty fearsome melee self-defense weapon, offensive tool, so forth. I think it has versatile keychain, necklace, belt buckle, possibly even a belt, a big long belt buckle. Plus, put this on a whip or something. And so this is, I don't think this is ever going to be a very common concept, the steel chain whip. Spring. This is springs inside springs, extra springy. Call it the solid snake, and but that's pretty much a bow tie. A lot of I'm from the Southwest, and a lot of dudes out here like to wear bow ties and stuff. So kind of having a solid snake bow tie is pretty classy. And yeah, that is a legitimate. Needs a little bit of work, but yeah, that is this is legitimate. That's a steel tip there, and so this thing is going about transonic velocities, and probably gonna be maybe cutting some onions or something with this later. And so today's subject is just about the legal liability mumbo jumbo about the Nicoyle's wrist knife. And I'm sorry I pissed off a lot of Karens out there and knife control freaks and the cops that stole my knife like it, apparently. So, and what am I missing here? So that's basically what this video is about. I've been sharing videos of like this. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, how this thing works. And it's a big paradox loophole in the knife control regulation thing. And I don't think there's any way to control it or regulate it. But if you do this, keep in mind, be courteous about how other people feel about you wearing something like this in public. Probably not a good idea to wear this in public at all. Take it off very easily. Put it in your pocket when you're out and about in a restaurant or a bar or and such. Okay, I'm sure something like this can make people feel uncomfortable. And be sure to ask the person to remove the bracelet before you call the police, please. That was pretty creepy. I mean, there was no probable cause, everything was normal, and next thing I know, I'm being tasered before I could even take it off. I mean, so I think it's a great, versatile concept that is uncontrollable and pisses off the knife control freaks and stuff. And so I think that's pretty corny, pointing a taser at me, telling me that I'm not allowed to have a pocket knife. And I know that was kind of stupid. As soon as I saw the police, I should have taken it off. But they didn't even talk to me. They just tasered me. So I was like, let me take it off, take it off. I just, it's off. And they tasered me. So just cops being dicks, whatever. We're all jerks. I know, sorry. So, I don't really hold no grudge. It's just like American jerk, Canadian jerks, Mexican jerks, Russian jerks, Ukrainian jerks, whatever. What side do you want? I'm on the side with a bunch of jerks. It's just everybody's acting like jerks, whatever. But that was pretty corny, dude, tasering me. And I knew what you were doing. I knew that you were there to harass me. That was some bullshit, dude. And I'm sorry. I just it's just art. And all right. That's about all for today. Thank you. Bye bye.